Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this Sunday, football Sunday, World Cup Sunday, all the things Sunday. The first football was like American football, but the second football was World Cup football. See the difference? Clearly, it's been a long weekend for me, your girl. Okay, so today is Sunday, December 18th, which means that I have been live 18 days in a row because we are going live every single day for all of December. I know that December is a really tough month for you guys, for me as well. And it's a hard time for people in the world. And the holiday season is fucking weird and lonely. And as we found out on Bitch Out of Water with Dr. Drea Lamendi, loneliness can do as much damage to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, which is a stat that I just truly can't even fathom. You know, that for all you lonely people, where do you all come from, myself included? It's like a feeling you don't even know how to wrap your head around. And during this month, it can be so overwhelming and so sad and frustrating and confusing. And so I'm here every day for the month. If you are lonely or not, if you're in great spirits and you just want to hang, we're here all of December. So I'll be here on Christmas and I'll be here on the other days in December. And I'll be here with you to get through the holidays. Thank you for allowing me to be here by being the best rock stars. Thank you for your support. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Tonight is the first night of Hanukkah, and I am so happy about that. What's a bummer is that people don't understand how to celebrate Hanukkah, or it's just, I get the weirdest texts. This morning, I woke up to a text. I was awake doing work, and my first text that I got was from a dear friend of mine who's fucking adorable, precious. And he said, happy first night of Hanukkah, my beautiful. And it was just so sweet. And I was like, oh. But then also I got a text from somebody who's being so sweet, better this than nothing. But they just sent me a menorah emoji. It didn't say anything. It just was a menorah emoji. And I said, laugh my ass off, is that you saying happy Hanukkah? People are mad weird, yo. Also, we work right through the holiday. There is no time to relax. Tonight, I am going to, you guys know those two little boys that call me Auntie Roxy. I'm going to their place to celebrate. I got the mad presents for Hanukkah, little sweatshirts and toys and games. And I mean, things from Target and around that I've been gathering up, books and stuff. I love being able to get gifts for people. And especially the wee ones. Just I remember Hanukkah opening up little presents and it meaning when they are thoughtful and you feel like they're directed at you because this is their favorite characters or whatever. Just felt like people were paying attention. Anyway, so tonight is Hanukkah. Feel free from this point forward to text your Jewish friends and say, if you're doing it tonight, say happy first night of Hanukkah. I hope it's a great holiday for you. Celebrate. Hope that you're able to celebrate and whatever, just a nice, text, or you could do it at any point in the next 8 nights. You got time, but tonight's nice to do it. I think seen this as a cultural appropriation if I make latkes for dinner. Absolutely not, Sina. This is a very controversial comment, and not everybody's going to agree. I don't speak for all Jews, but Jews so badly want, because there's so few of us, so badly want to share our culture with people. I've actually never heard any Jew say anything is cultural appropriation about Jews. We want people to love us, and we want people to think what we're doing is cool and want to do it. We want people to make latkes, and we want people to want to light candles with us for Hanukkah. And we want people to, you know, like like us and like the things we do. And so no, it's definitely not cultural appropriation. Like I said, I can't think of anything that any Jew has ever been like, I've just never heard of that. We just want everybody to copy all the things that we're doing, or not copy them, but whatever it is. We just want to be liked. So yes, please make latkes. It would make me so happy and proud. Yeah, they're delicious too. Zena says fried potatoes. How can you go wrong? I know. Any Jews believe in like a ton of oil, and anything you're doing during Hanukkah has even more oil because that's part of the story of Hanukkah. You know, the oil burned for 8 nights. So like we will fucking load up on the oil. I mean, like those fried potatoes, like boom, baby, oil that shit up. So good. Okay, so we're gonna talk a little bit about Hanukkah. Also, I went on a third date last night. It was my second date of the weekend, my third date with this person. I'm so bummed about it. I can't even possibly express, but I'm gonna try. I kind of couldn't believe it. So we're gonna talk about that. And then it's almost the end of the year. So how are you guys doing? You guys check in with me. Let's start with Super Chats, Streamlabs. Y'all show up, show out, all that great shit. In the Super Chat, Andrew Thomas, who always, after if I don't read it immediately, is like, I wrote you a Super Chat. So much love to you, Andrew. I see it, my dude. I just don't stop myself dead thought, but I see it. If it's ever been like 20 minutes and I haven't said anything, feel free, my dude. He said happy Hanukkah to the always sexy Roxy. Yes, so sexy today. I'm like Pippi Longstocking. Have a great Hanukkah and great and sexy, as great and sexy as you. Yeah. Hoping for a sexy Hanukkah. You're funny. I appreciate you so much. In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Oh my God, I'm almost out of tea, guys. I don't mean this cup. I'm all out of my green tea. I'm almost out of my vanilla tea. I have one bag left. Tea, man, it makes me happy, but it goes quickly because I drink so much of it. All right, in the Streamlabs, like I said, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Show support. Wish me happy Hanukkah. All of the things. Lloyd Nance with the very first Streamlabs of the day. Huge support from Lloyd. Always Lloyd. Always low Lloyd. He said, happy Hanukkah, Roxy. Thank you, Lloyd. I appreciate you. It's so, so sweet. Scott Welsh in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, hey, Rox, happy Hanukkah. Thanks, Scott. Yeah, I hope it's a good Hanukkah season. We've got 8 days to make it so. There's some crossover with Christmas, so at least it'll be in the celebratory spirit. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to celebrate a lot with my grandparents, and I'll celebrate with you guys also. Don't worry, we'll light candles when I do nighttime shows. I said, don't worry, as if you guys are flipped out by that. I knew you were so worried. I could just tell y'all were very worried. Okay, let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. No, it's not really about sex. It's about my date. Okay, so for those of you guys who don't know, I went on a horrific date on Friday. It was fucking awful. The person was seemingly a bad dude, or if not a bad dude, a mean guy. He was really rude to me. Told me to shut the fuck up. He tried to force me to drink my drink quicker. He was drunk. It was like a nightmare. And what I realized on that date was how much I was looking forward to this third date with Sushi Guy. That's what we call him because on our second date, he had us roll sushi, which was fucking really cute. So I was like, ooh, this is interesting. I'm really excited for this third date. Okay, I haven't been excited for a date in a minute. I'm just fucking excited. And I like this guy. And he's nice and cool and he likes me and I was just fucking excited. So I was just like, I want to look hot, and you guys saw I crimped my hair, and I was like doing full blown makeup and wore leather pants, and I was like, I shaved my legs, but like still I barely do that. I was like, ooh, this guy's cute. Like he's cool. And then he got to the door and so he came to pick me up at my place. He was going to come in. He hadn't seen my place yet. So I cleaned my whole place. And he's going to come in and we were going to have a drink. And then we were going to go to this place he wanted to go. He had found this place in downtown that he was like, oh, it's this like disco. I think he saw it on like Instagram or something. It's this disco, like cocktail bar, and we both love disco and we can dance all night. And I was like, oh my God, this sounds so fucking fun. So he came to the door and he had this big bouquet of flowers. And my heart just like pitter pattered kind of. I was like, oh. And I think I said, that's so fucking cute. And I gave him a hug and I was like, come inside. And I put the flowers in water. And it's been a long time since a guy has bought me flowers. I think maybe Ben was the last guy that got me flowers. I mean, yeah, I don't think anybody's bought me flowers in years. And so I thought that was so sweet. These beautiful roses. And I was like, oh, cool. And so we're sitting inside and we're having a drink and we're talking. And he's got great chat and like, he's just cute. And I was like, oh, wow, I dig this dude. So then we were going to go to get tacos and then go to the place he wanted to go. So we go to get these tacos and it's the best taco place ever. It's the one Dorina introduced me to. It's like amazing. And we're eating the tacos. I'm like, okay, so what's the plan? I'm getting all excited and stuff. Oh, and when we were at my place, and he told me I know that he like smokes and sometimes does like shrooms like I do or whatever. And so I was like, oh, this is great. Like when we were there, I was like, oh, I'm going to pack my bong. So I was going to take a bong right before we left. I was like, do you want it? And he was like, no, I'm just going to stick to my pen. And I know he had told me he usually takes edibles. So like some, whatever. So he smokes his pen and I take a bong rip. It's relevant later on in the story. And I didn't think much of it. Then we go to the taco place and we get a bunch of tacos and we're eating them. And I'm like, okay, excited. What are we doing next? And you guys know I like it, well, whatever. So what are we doing next? He's like, okay, let's go to this disco place. And I already told him, I was like, I'm a little worried because is this like a club? Are we gonna have to wait in line? He's like, it's all gonna be fine. It's all gonna be fine, which is very like guy kind of sentiment. So then we go and we take an Uber, and the Uber seeming to have a hard time finding this place. We're kind of going in circles. So he just says, don't worry about it. We'll get out here. Now, okay, so part of the story is going to make me not sound great and like a little prissy bitch, but this is the reality of my situation, as you guys know. And not just my situation, many people's situations. Downtown, there's some areas I lived downtown for 4 years. There are some areas that are safe and there are some areas that are not. And anybody who lives in LA knows that. Like there are some places you can walk and sometimes places you cannot. And so for him to just be like, let's just get out here without us seeing the place, we see two places, we see that it's clearly not where we're going. I was like a little nervous. And I'm in booties and it's fucking cold outside. So anyway, we get out and I was like, where is this place? And he's like, let me look on my phone. He pulls up his phone. And he's like, oh, it's 10 minutes away. I actually think he said it's 8 minutes away. Let's just walk. And I was like, and he was like, come on. And he starts walking. So now we're walking and I can tell he doesn't know where we're going. And I'm like, can you call them to make sure that this is where they are? And he was like, they don't have a phone number, which like, and I was like, do you know anybody who's been to this place? He's like, no. And then I'm starting to feel really nervous. It's pitch black out. We're on streets with only tents, like, so just surrounded by like no light, and people walking there. You can't even walk on the sidewalk in some parts because there's so many homeless people. There's nobody else around us. There's no businesses. It's cold, and he's walking like 2 feet in front of me. And so I keep saying, "Hey, can you walk next to me?" And he says to me, "I'm sorry, I'm so fucking high right now. I keep forgetting." And I was like, "Ugh, bummer. I really need like some support right now." I said, "I'm not great in these scenarios and I'm a little scared. Can you please walk next to me?" And I had to say that like 6 times. He just kept walking like really far in front of me. I'm walking by myself. I'm nervous as fucking shit. Uh, and we get to a part of it where it's like way too dicey. Like we are in an extremely dicey street that we should not be on. You can tell by like the activity happening on the street. Again, there's no fucking light. He's so fucking high, which I was like kind of like, huh, what the fuck happened? And he's like, let's just stay here and call an Uber. This is after we've been walking for 10 minutes. And I was like, we can't just stand here. We can't stop here. And he was like, well, what do you want to do? And I was like, we have to keep walking. We can't just like wait here. We're like sitting ducks. And so we like keep walking. He doesn't know where we're going. We can't find this fucking place. And finally we like come up on a bar that's like the first bar we've seen on this whole trip. And he was like, I'm gonna just ask these guys. There's 2 guys standing outside. I think they were like security guards. Um, where the bar is. And so he asked them, he's like, "Hey, do you know where this bar is?" And they're like, "Oh, we've never even heard of that." And one of the guys is like, "I think it's like down the corner around the street. I'm not sure. It might be new." And he was like, "A few blocks away, I think. We cannot find this place." He's like, "Let's go look for it." I'm like, "Can we just go into this bar? Like, this is like, I'm fucking cold. I'm in heeled booties. We have no idea where we're going. You had no idea like what the plan was. You didn't take into the fact that you have a girl with you. Like, not that men aren't at risk too, but just like it was like so fucking not great." And so then we get to that location, and I mean, not that location. We get to the bar, and that I'm like, "Let's just go in here." And he's like, "Okay, let's just go in here." And there's this live band playing, and immediately we both order drinks, and we sit there and we're drinking our drinks, and we're both like dead silent because it was obviously a really not good situation that I feel like we were super fucking lucky to get out of. And we're both like, I'm like shaking. My heart is fucking pounding, and it was just not good, like all around. But now he's not speaking, and now I'm not speaking, and we're just sitting there. There's live music playing. We're sitting there in fucking silence. It's really uncomfortable. And so then I think he said to me, "Let's just clear the energy. Let's just cleanse the energy," and like went like that. And I was like, I don't feel like he's understanding the severity of the situation. Like, why would he think he was trying to make jokes while we were walking too? And it was like, I genuinely feel like you, by not doing your due diligence and by being like a dude about it, you really put my life at risk tonight. It was not fucking cool. And like, you are not taking you're not like taking any of that into account. So I was like, I'm not really in an energy clearing place right now. I'm like really fucking stressed and just so happy to be here. Uh, let's just have this drink. And then he says to me, he's like, maybe we should just like get out of here and go watch a movie. And I'm like, I really don't feel like watching a movie with you right now. And then he kind of goes silent again. What was very clear is that he did not know what to say. He had nothing to say to me to make me feel better about the situation. So then I turned to him, and he's silent again. And I was like, oh, this is so awkward. And he was like, I feel really fucking bad because I'm thinking about it. That was not fucking cool of me. I just put you in this horrible situation, and I'm like too high to process any of this. And I'm just like so high, and I wish I wasn't this high. I didn't mean to get this high, but like I like can't be there for you right now and couldn't be there for you in that moment. And I was like, why did you get so high? And he was like, I was just really trying to keep up with you, which was a weird comment because I had taken one bong rip and he didn't do that. He just hit his pen. And I was like, I don't need somebody who can keep up with me or is trying to go tit for tat with me. I just like needed to feel safe. And you were really, really like not even close to there. And he was like, I know that's so fucking bad. I'm so fucking sorry. And I was like, I just can't say anything to make you feel better in this moment. Um, and he was like, I know, I'm not looking for that. And then it just was so sad because in my mind, I just started to feel like things were turning. And I was like, it's not the first time like this on the second date when I was at his place and we did the sushi. He did this like weird thing with a knife where he was making a joke, but he like pretended that he made a joke about murdering me, and then, like, when I with the knife, he was, like, waving it around at me, again, making a joke, but I said to him during that moment, "I really, like, don't I've really had a really hard year. You guys know some of it, not all of it. My safety is something that I, like, don't fuck with. I'm, like, very highly concerned at all times about my safety, and I, like, don't joke about that. You waving the knife, whatever." So we had already kinda had a conversation that was, like, him joking and me being like, I'm not down with that." And then in this thing, I was like, I just feel like a pattern's being created that you're not aware that, number 1, I am small and a girl, and you had never been to this place, you didn't vet it, you didn't even know where it was. Number 2, and this is such a fucking pompous statement, I don't know how to say it less pompous and less arrogant, but I'm also a public figure and I'm a tiny ass public figure, but I can't be fucking walking the streets at when it's pitch black out with aimlessly not knowing where we're going through fucking homeless encampment that's like people are like right now in LA, I keep telling you this, people are fucking super unwell. Like I feel fucking awful for them, but and he knows this, like he knows that he knows what I do, he knows everything. Like I can't be put in those positions. And so I could just feel as we're sitting there and I'm saying this, he's starting to feel like so fucking bad. But he said, I've never been with anybody who has any level of fame or following. So this is new to me. And if you need somebody who gets that quicker, I get that. And I was like, it's not even really about that as much as it's about like any woman that you're taking on a date. This was just like not fucking fun and scary. Like at the date that I went on Friday was fucking brutal because he was a prick. This guy's not a prick. He's a really sweet guy. But at least that date, I wasn't scared. Like this date for over an hour, I was fucking afraid. And that's like the worst thing you could do on a date. So I said, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And I went to the bathroom. I called Steph and I was like, totally like flipped the fuck out. And she was like, just go back and finish your drink and figure out what you want to do. Like, I think it's okay to just want to go home. So I did. I came back and I was like, okay, let me just see what happens when I go back. And I went back and he was like sitting in complete silence, not saying anything comforting to me. I think he just didn't know what the fuck to do and he was too high. And that's also, as you guys know, a major trigger for me because of my history with addicts. And I know he is not an addict, but like he was just too high to be the guy that I needed him to be in that moment. And I'm so tired of that. I'm so tired of people not being able to show up for me because of their own choices that they've made. And so I just said to him, I want to go home. I'm going to call an Uber. And he's like, let me call the Uber because we live right next to each other. We're very close to each other. Ooh, little bug. Very close to each other. And I was like, so he's like, let me just call the Uber. So he did. And in the Uber on the way back, or at the bar when we're waiting for the Uber, he was like, it just sucks that you don't see a future with me now because I just really fucking like you. And I was like, I'm not making any grand statements right now, but I like you too. I think you're a really good guy. I don't know that you're a good guy for me. And he was like, I totally hear you. Ugh. And he just seems so fucking sad. And it was fucking sad. And I hadn't made any choices. I still to this day, you never like to from last night to today, I still don't know exactly what I'm gonna do. But it was fucking sad because I liked him and he's whatever, it is what it is. But then he was like in the Uber on the way back, I was trying to make conversation because we have a 25-minute trip back. And I'm like, so what are you doing for Hanukkah? And he's like, I'm gonna see my niece and I'm gonna whatever, hang with her. I'm gonna take her to this playground, whatever he's telling me. And it's so cute. And he was like, oh my God. He said, what about you? Do you want kids? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, ugh. And I felt like his sigh, I don't know because I didn't ask him back, but I felt like his sigh was like, yeah, he was still thinking like, I think he was thinking we would have been a good match. But yeah, the whole thing just felt sad. The date felt fucking sad. The first date, Friday night date, it was funny because he was such a fucking piece of shit dickhead. The second date, this guy's a really good guy who just like, I don't think can handle me or like, not handle me, but doesn't know how to show up for somebody like me or even like show up for somebody maybe. That's not a fully fair statement, but anyway. Hi, Christian. He says these apps are proving to be the farts. I know. Christian, I'm telling you, because I'm not a wimp about this shit. Like, I genuinely thought that I was gonna either get I thought I was in a really, really bad spot. It's like I just don't know. None of my friends, he's born and raised here, and none of my East Coast friends would ever take me to a part of town that was like really fucking dangerous with no fucking plan and then get too fucked up to be able to hang and then like just have us walking for aimlessly. I mean, we were essentially on Skid Row. It was like fucking so scary. At one point, I actually think we did walk literally by Skid Row. It was so fucking scary. And like, I'm not like a wimp. You would have been like, what the fuck? If you had a lens on me on the date watching him walk feet in front of me, like multiple feet in front of me and me standing there, and I was just thinking to myself in my head, like, just get through this, just get through this. Fucking brutal. Christian also wants to know what is my short game rating now. I have to go check it out. You've been doing a good job. What app are you using? Is it a secret? I like the way your text looks, but sometimes it puts like a different graphics up that I'm like, that is goofy. But it's getting good. I think you're still a B plus, but it's getting good. You're getting good. What do you guys think about this date? He said, I told him I was like, I'm going live every day in December, and I tell all of my rock stars about you and whoever I'm dating or anything. Like I'm very open and honest with them about my love life and my life. And he was like, what do they think of me so far? And I was like, I think this was before all this happened. I was like, I think they're rooting for you. They like sushi guy. And he's like, ooh, sushi guy. And then when we were walking and it was pitch black and he was walking feet in front of me, he yelled back at me, ooh, the rock stars are not going to like this. And I was like, at that point, we were only 2 minutes into the walk. And I was like, no, they're not. No, they're not. Scott says he here now. Maybe. The way that I operate these streams and live my life, first of all, I never give any identifying information out about anybody. You guys know I don't say their name. I don't say like anything that could mean that you guys could find them. I don't follow them on social so that you guys could like check my fault or whatever. I make sure that they're protected because they're real people and they didn't sign up for this until somebody's like my man. And then I'm like, all right, this is who I'm talking about. So if he is here now, he's allowed to be here. It's a public show. And I'm sure he everything I said was a fact. And I'm sure he feels like fucking shit about it. At the same time, clearly I didn't know how to make him feel better about the situation. And that wasn't my priority. If we had been dating for a year and a half, and this was like my man, and I'm in it to win it, I would have been like, it's okay. We were fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll never fucking do that again. But like, he's not my man. So you can't like make mistakes like that. So if he's here now, I think he knows that. those flowers on my table are fucking beautiful, and I'm bummed. I'm just fucking I'm sure he's bummed too. I'm bummed about the whole thing. Shit like that happens sometimes. Happy Hanukkah to us. Oh gosh, having little splits during the holiday season fucking sucks. Streamlabs.com/RoxyStrider. Jake Yakavetta says, y'all got some gifts coming. D's and Steph's are going to be there tomorrow, and yours and the last bit of Steph's will be there either Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll message you what I sent for D and Steph. Oh, yay. That's so sweet, Jake. I can't wait to see. I'll pick them up. Then I'll wait to pick them up at our mailbox until we get all of them. We are going to do the show together on Wednesday, and we're going to be together Tuesday. So we could either pick them up. Hopefully they come Tuesday. Message me and let me know. Hey, Ben Rayner. He says, hey, Roxy, can't stay long. Just wanted to say happy Hanukkah from one Jew to another. Hope it's a good first night. Hashtag Fishgate 2022. Thanks, friend. Appreciate you. Happy Hanukkah. Yeah, Fishgate. On Fishgate, just so you guys know, the fish and the meat are still in my fridge. But I think you'd be happy to know this morning I was feeling super down about my 2 shit dates this weekend. And the fact that I'm spending another holiday season completely by myself and everybody's going to leave LA. And here I am, just me once again, solo dolo, no Hanukkah plans, no Christmas plans, just me. And I went downstairs and I was like, okay, what do I want to eat? And I opened the fridge and I saw the fish and the meat. And I was like, I thought about this advice that Kevin Undergaro gave me, my mentor. And he always tells me, don't be a double loser. Which means like when you're already down, don't do anything to make it worse. And I looked at it and I was like, I still don't think this shit would give me food poisoning. I genuinely don't, but I'm actually just going to spend the $20 to not be a double loser. And I haven't thrown it out yet, but I'm not going to eat the fish or the meat. I'm not. So instead, I closed the fridge. I had a slice of bread because my director and producer dropped me off this lemon poppy seed bread that was so good that they baked for me. It was so fucking cute. I closed the fridge and I was like, okay, Rox, we are not going to be a double loser. We just really don't want to get sick right now because the only thing that will make me feel more alone, and again, what did I tell you guys about loneliness? It's like being a smoker. Jake, we got to fucking weed off all that shit. I was like, okay, I'm not going to do it. Christian, this is the part of you that just is like a content guy. Go out with him again, but have me on speakerphone. Not kidding. It's my real life and his real life. And there's zero world in which I would ever do that. But I do appreciate the super chats. And I'm sad that last night, instead of being on this date, that I wasn't at a holiday party. Insert Christian Harloff here. So sad. Maybe I would have brought him. Maybe it would have been better. Maybe then he would have ended up being my husband. Do you feel bad now? All right, my friends, we are getting out of here. So thank you so much for being here with me today. Again, I'm here every single day for all December for all you lonely people, or if you're just fucking killing it and you want to spread joy to other people. If you are celebrating Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. It is the first night tonight. Wish your Jewish friends a happy Hanukkah. It's a sweet thing to do. If you're one of those people who texts all your friends on Christmas, Merry Christmas, then do that to your Jewish friends on Hanukkah. You have 8 days to do it. So starting tonight. And really, like, you could do it now because the sun goes down at 4 o'clock. So you're fine sending it anytime from now in the next 8 days. All right, my loves, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all that support in the Streamlabs and the super chat. To Christian Harloff for joining us for the show today. To the big Streamlabsers, Lloyd Nance, Scott Welsh, Jake Yakavetta. You guys are amazing. Thank you for all of that love. All right, stay safe, stay sane, put down the toilet seat and the lid. We don't want those buffoons. Don't trend with the Holocaust, especially not during fucking Hanukkah season. It's always somebody just unfortunately waiting to see who it is. Justice for all the people who lost their lives due to excessive force. My body, my choice, wherever you are on the rainbow, we love you. We stand with the women of Iran. And Golden Sparkles, Glenn, we are thinking about you every second of every day. We hope that you have a safe, speedy recovery, my dude, my Zen one himself. We love you so much. I need to get an update soon via your brother, via Jake, because it's just killing me that you are fucking struggling so much. We're pulling for you. We believe in you, and so much love to you. And to all of you guys, happy Hanukkah, and I'll see you tomorrow live at the Roxy later.